Here's a tweet from Danny Neck. Straight people on dating show. I have no idea why I'm single. I just haven't found someone who can handle me. Queer people on Are You the One? I'm single because I'm absolute trash. The literal fucking worst. My therapist says I'm a broken human being. I read that tweet. I was like, God, just really drag me, y'all. Wow. All right. So, well, I am joined by the three of the absolute best cast members from MTV's Are You the One? Paige, Justin, and Basit. How are you guys?
Hi.
We're good.
So
great to have you.
I'm fairly the best.
You are the best. I could feel your energy moving through the building, and people are just laughing and giggling, and in my ear, and I was like, oh, here they come. Joy has arrived, and Joy is queer. So thank you for being here. So for the first time ever, Are You the One has an entirely sexually fluid cast. How did your expectations of that house change compared to the reality of it?
Ooh, I mean, I think the expectations were, I thought they were going to be through the roof, and they were through the roof, because we have never seen in the history of television a house full of sexually fluid people being sexually fluid with each other.
In real time.
In real time. I knew it was going to be messy. I knew that it was going to be exciting. And I also knew that there was the drama was going to be non-stop. Because as queer people, we wear everything that we feel on our sleeves.
Yes.
We have no need to hide anything. And we're like trying to get straight to the point about things every day. So it was, it was
definitely because of all those reasons. I had pretty high expectations already, but everyone in the house just like surpassed that immensely. Like it was ridiculous.
The level of messy thing you're gonna get more. The level of like extra like fabulousness more. Like just everything
exponential at every moment.
Step it up.
I turned you all on. I was like, girl, they are on a ride here.
Oh,
this is a ride.
We are going.
Speaking of a ride, Paige, you are on your own ride. You know, on the show, you came out for the first time, which was an incredible moment for America. Did your housemates give you any advice on how to talk to your family about your sexuality now that it's so public?
Oh my gosh, it was more so just like lots of words of encouragement, like, you know what, regardless, we have a family here, you have, 15 other people that you can fall back on and find comfort with. So they were just really encouraging and, just owning who I am and being strong in that and being just like proud, Being proud.
Yes, being proud is so important for this. And speaking of being proud, Basit, you identify with they, them pronouns, and a lot of your house guests were stumbling with that part of it. Were you surprised that this was a reoccurring issue on a queer show? Because I think people expect queer people are going to get it right every time, and that's just not the case.
That's just not the case. I wasn't surprised. I will say that it was a little bit of a culture shock because I live here in New York. I live in Brooklyn, and the people that I surround myself with are all across the spectrum in terms of gender identity, in terms of sexuality. And so I kind of have been so conditioned to feel seen and accepted across, in terms of my gender identity. But what was so interesting is that being in a queer house, we all kind of understood what it feels like to be marginalized and to not be accepted. So it was never like a blatant disrespect for my identity. It was just like people who were from more rural places were just not used to having to address people in specific ways. But I always found that deep down, like no one was trying to disrespect each other. Like we all love each other, which was really, really, really nice. I think that it was one of the most safe living environments that I've had lived in a while.
That's so good to hear. And speaking of that living environment, you not only lived there, but you, and so far on the show, have found love with a person named Jonathan, or you're exploring love with this person.
We're exploring.
What? Twitter's really...
play?
Pressing play. No, and Twitter's become really obsessed with your relationship with Jonathan. What have you learned from your time with that person?
Well, so I guess up to now at this point, Jonathan and I have a very tumultuous relationship because we've seen that I have seen something in Jonathan that I find special, and Jonathan also has seen something in me that he finds very special, but there are some kind of barriers that are keeping us from kind of exploring that further. And a lot of that, like I said, has to do with just like where we are from. So Jonathan had not ever met anyone like me. And I think that, we had professional matchmakers match us up, but we no one could write on paper like I want a Basit. Like how would you be able to write that? When have you ever known a Basit to write that? So I think that's kind of like where we and Jonathan and I are now. We are trying to understand what we asked for and what we need from each other. But it's just so interesting to like watch everything unfold because we all had connections throughout our time there, and to see like how deep things got so fast is really eye-opening, and I think is going to be really, really lovely to watch unfold.
It is, and another one we're all watching to unfold is Justin, you and Max. You know, Twitter's also rooting for you two, and I'd love to know, what is it like reliving those moments with a person on TV that were filmed before, but now you're seeing them in this moment?
It's definitely, it's super unique to just see your first interactions and everything just so well documented, and see the way that you flirt, see the way that you approach people on TV. It's actually pretty wild, and it's nice to know that we've gone through this journey together, and I get to see it unfold every week. It's amazing.
It's incredible to watch. So something that Kai said on the show is that, you know, we all know that for straight and cis people, there are a ton of dating books for them and lots of advice for them out there. You all have been working with Dr. Frankie on the show to get some advice on what to do in dating and being queer. What has that been like for y'all?
I think Dr. Frankie is awesome.
Really like changed the whole game.
Yes, it's just a nice rock that you can just like center yourself on every couple of days, you know, just come talk, say what's going on.
Have a safe space to explore.
Yeah, she created a dialogue that we weren't necessarily having, that we might not have had without her. You know, she was kind of mending the bridge between making the connection and making a healthy connection, you know, because everybody makes connections, but are they healthy?
Ooh, girl, say that.
Period.
Woo! Tea. So speaking of tea and connections, I want to play a game with y'all. Are y'all down to play a game? Okay, I got props. I got things. Where'd they go? Oh, here they go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to hand you each a paddle. I'm going to actually pass that down. Justin. So hold them up to the camera. They have two sides, Oh Hetero No and Queer for It. So one, Queer for It is yes. Oh Hetero No is no. So I'm going to walk you through some questions, and you're each going to respond. Do not look at each other's. Do not cheat. There's no cheating, really. I guess there's cheating in love, but not in this. So here we go.
Period.
Tea.
Scalding. I need the whole bottle.
So here's a question, a scenario. You're on your 5th date, and you see a dating app notification pop up on their phone.
Absolutely.
Oh Hetero No. Oh Hetero No. They all know. There we go.
At least have the decency to put your phone in your pocket.
Just keep your phone away from the date. Period.
Come on.
I don't need to see who you're dating, who you're texting, what you're doing. Like, be talking to me.
Yes.
Right?
Be present and stop checking Tinder or Grindr or whatever it is.
You don't know who you're on a date with if you feel the need to do all that.
Wow,
Period.
All right. They leave flirty comments on other people's social media. Oh Hetero No or Queer for It?
I'm kind of queer for it.
Oh my gosh. So you are the singular person that says no. Why not?
I don't know, like, put some respect on it, because if people know that we're a date and you're leaving flirty comments on other people, unless we've established that we're in an open relationship, hey, like, you're kind of not acting like you're, you know, with this girl.
Yeah.
That's tea.
That's tea. What about you? You have strong feelings about this?
Because the thing is like flirtiness. I'm not a very jealous person, so flirtiness is like not gonna bother me. I know at the end of the day, like you flirting with someone else is not gonna keep you from coming back to me. So I kind of am like, be flirty, just don't cross any other lines.
Yes.
And sometimes flirtiness is like friendliness, and I'm very friendly, and people have, you know, mistaken my friendliness for flirtiness, and I don't think that I should be penalized for it.
Oh, okay. Basit with the tea there. All right. So this is going to be interesting for you to answer that. They're friends with their ex. Oh Hetero No or Queer for It?
Queer for it.
Basit is Queer for It. Oh my God. Okay. Why no again? Jealousy?
Yeah. Okay. So boob. Right. Shocking. We struggle with it. I don't know. I feel like if there was a deep connection there and you guys are still friends, clearly you're still living off of a connection with each other. You know?
Gotcha.
Like, your exes for a reason.
Stay exes.
Stay exes.
But Justin, what about you?
I feel like there's a kind of adultness to like having a nice separation where you guys both agree and you can both be adults and, you know, respect that there was a connection, but it's no longer romantic. I like that a lot in a person.
It is me, a child.
So let's reverse it. They're friends with your ex. All that maturity is out the window for Justin.
Nancy's over here.
Everyone says no. What changed for you?
My exes are exes for a reason.
See, here's what the reason that I say you can be friends with your own ex is because, like, the same as Justin, like, respect someone. If you love someone, there's no reason to, like, go off hating them all of a sudden just because the love didn't work out. But if you're friends with my ex, then now I am having some sneaky suspicions of your intentions.
Yes.
It's all about intentions. If your intentions are to be a good person and to live your life with dignity and class and respect, I'm about it. But if you're trying to sleep around on my history, oh, hetero no.
Oh, hetero no.
No.
All right. Now, we have a finale for you, and this one is a doozy because I feel as if this has happened on the show, but I'm not sure.
Uh-oh, no spoilers.
So during a drunk night out, they kissed someone else.
Oh.
Queer for it. Queer for it.
Queer for it.
Everyone's queer for it.
During my drunk night out, I'm also, like, supporting that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're hot,
Yes.
he's hot.
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
Yes.
Honestly,
Wow.
We leave it at the
love
kiss,
it.
though, because, like,
That's the
which
boundary.
is totally against everything that I've just said no to, which I love. Look at me, also indecisive.
Where's
Wow,
Dr. Frankie?
growth.
Where's Dr.
A
neither.
1 minute growth. Love to see it. I don't know. When I'm drunk, I'm also like zesty too.
Zesty.
on,
If I'm sober, I'm not with it, but I'm feeling it.
Zesty too and drunk. Well, people can tune into your show to see very much that zestiness. And I want to thank you first for coming on. And this has been such a joy hanging out with
Thank you so much.
It's so nice sitting on a couch full of queer people and not during Pride Month.
I know.
Whoa.
We should do it again soon.
We should. I'm down for this. We'll come up for like
Absolutely.
episode 7, finale time. Well,
Kiki.
well, thank you so much for being here. Are You the One is on MTV tonight and every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Don't go away. Up next, Alex and I are responding to your tweets. Stay tuned.